Hello everyone, it's been a while. Thank you for joining me today and clicking on this video. I know I've been gone for almost 6 to 7 months at least, and you probably thought I'd given up, thrown all my tools away, given the allotment back, and basically just let the weeds take over my life. But I'm very happy to say you would be wrong in saying that. So even though I've not been recording, or well, I have been recording, I've just not been editing because I haven't had the time, and haven't been uploading to YouTube because, again, I haven't had the time. How the last 6 to 8 months have gone since you last saw me, where I'd covered up the allotment, and now we are in a much better position. You'll see all the plants that I'm growing. You'll see all the weird and wonderful things I've done to cut some corners and speed things up because of how time poor I've been. And hopefully you'll actually see that there have been some fruits of the labor as well. And, coming to the allotment now, it is sort of July, mid-July, coming to the allotment with my daughter in the evening, picking strawberries or picking some chilies or picking blueberries, showing her all the little vegetables that are growing, and having her pick them, take them home, wash them, if they get that far, that is. Usually she just eats it there and then on the spot. But yeah, it's a wonderful journey so far, and I thought, why not do the introduction for the long hiatus that I've had on the very bench that I started on, where I was trying to figure out the difference between two different types of strimmers. So you will get more updates now, because it's just been so long in so much footage that has been sitting around that I haven't been able to cut, chop, edit, this, that, the other. I'm going to stay on top of it this time. I'm just going to make it raw. I've bought a new camera, I've got a new mic. I'll just, record something, upload it as it is, and hopefully you guys will like it. And if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. There's probably some other people that, for good production quality, you can probably go watch some Clarkson Farm. But yeah, unfortunately, we're not at that level yet. Maybe someday. That is the aspiration. But it all starts here. So thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying as a subscriber. Hopefully continue to stay as a subscriber and follow on the process. I'll leave it to you. So here's what it looks like after I fixed it up. I actually found some old pallets right at the back over there, where the bramble was. So I couldn't actually get to that earlier on in the summer because there were so many weeds and all sorts of other things tied up around it. But you'll see that I managed to pull it up now that everything's died back. So that little section of the back that you can see over here, that's the bit that I need to get covered up next. I'm going to try and get some rugs or something that can actually cover that up. So yeah, because this plastic stuff is just getting frayed as hell. Like you can see, it's just been stripped back because of either it gets stuck to the wood or some animals on it, I don't know. So yeah, back there it's going to get completely destroyed and have all holes in it because those brambles are pretty, thick things. So that definitely needs some carpet. I don't think that's going to be ready to grow anything on, at least for the next couple of years, maybe at least 6 months. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some beds like these made over the next couple of days, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Tomorrow.
So all the rugs I could find in my backyard, in my attic, and my mum's attic. Actually, I hope she doesn't see this because I wasn't supposed to use these here. But anyway, we've got as much of it covered up as we could. I guess I need some additional cardboard just to cover up this bit. I'm not entirely sure what to do with this little patch in the middle. I might just use it as a bit of a hedge between the two sides because it's so uneven. It's going to take me an absolute... It's going to be a ball ache to basically break down and even out the two grounds together. But yeah, I think we've got a pretty good job now. At least this side, will stay suppressed to some extent. That way I can walk through this side. So there's another like row over here. So if I want to start planting something on that end, that's easy access to the main lane, then that's good as well. And then obviously I've got a water trough there, so it'll be nice and easy to water all those plants and stuff there. But yeah, I think pretty solid job for now. A bit more of cardboard procurement left to do just for that little corner over there, and then we're done. Hopefully this stays put, to be fair, because I haven't put anything on top of it. But it's quite a heavy rug, so I don't imagine it'll be lifted with a bit of wind, but we'll see. I'm more worried about that cardboard in the corner, to be honest. Yeah, let's see how we go. We might have some more additions and might need to get a couple of more bricks and pieces to get this together. Almost there.
3 weeks later. Tomorrow.
Welcome everyone. It's a new day. The sun's out. It's looking good. And I've been making some beds. So I made this bed and then realized that actually it needs to be a lot narrower. I was watching some videos after the fact, after I'd cut all the wood up and made these. So now what I'm going to be doing is actually extending this side area out a little. And the reason why they need to be more narrow is so that you can actually stand on the side and lean in. So what would have been more effective is if I shut those two sides down, or cut them down into thinner bits, but then I'll be wasting a load of wood, and I don't want to do that because this wood was expensive. The other thing my laziness has helped me come up with is this. So I made a planter. This was about 3 years ago when I first moved into this house. I had a small planter, tried to grow some vegetables in it. That's where this passion originally started from. And the only thing that came out of it was garlic, funnily enough. So I decided to dismantle it and use some of the soil in the allotment prior to putting the black sheets down that you saw in the previous video. So this is basically a old side from the planter, and it was quite heavily reinforced. I think I spent a lot of money making it without thinking it through. And so what I decided to do was I needed to find a way to transfer a shit ton of wood chips from this pile that is at the front of my allotment to my allotment space, which is almost towards the end of the allotment. Now, if I do it with wheelbarrows, especially the amount of space that I need to cover, which you've seen, is quite substantial. So I'll be making trips all day, and I am very time poor at the moment, as is usually the case with kids. So what I'm trying to do, or what I have done, is I have put a builder's bag, a ton bag, whatever you want to call it, on top of this raft, and I've actually put in, I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not, but I've screwed in two planks of wood inside. You probably can't see it, but you might be able to get a sneak peek in here. But I've basically put two pieces of wood inside and screwed them into the actual raft itself. And now what I'm going to do is basically load this up, and with some L brackets that I've put at the front, I'll hopefully be able to tow this whole thing from the pile of wood chips to my allotment, just grinding it across the floor. And I don't think it should do much damage to the floor. Probably does some damage to the wood, but that's what it's there for. It's basically scrap wood at this point. But if I can do this twice and get coverage of my whole allotment plot, that saves me a hell of a lot of wheelbarrowing and sweat and tears and time and all of the good stuff. So I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. It's pretty simple in my head. Use this L bracket, tie a fat knot, push this through. This goes into the towing point at the back of the car, and then basically loops back around and do the same thing over here. So essentially creating a bit of a sleigh. I personally don't think that's going to work anymore. And the reason why it's not going to work anymore is that car over there has glass side blades, and no towing point. So what I was thinking is, without a tow point, I could probably just thread this through the back windows and push it over, and you could just basically pull it along as you would anything. But the point is, this rope is going to be resting on glass, and I do not fancy a hefty bill from Porsche. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to have to think this through and figure out if there's any other tether points which I can tether the back of this sleigh to. It always feels so easy in your head, but it never is the case, is it? Right, back to the drawing board. Guess what I found? You can always trust the French in time of need, as was in World War II. Never trust the Germans. Motto of the story. Sorry for any Germans that are watching. But basically, this little thing does have a tow hook, and it screws in quite nicely. So I think we now have a chance. The only problem is we're going to be slightly lopsided, so I'm going to have to keep testing whether this actually works or not. Maybe I don't fill up the ton bag completely on the first trip, maybe half fill. I think that might be the smart way to go. Right, let's give this a shot, see how far we go. The other people are going to be laughing at me in the allotment, thinking, what a noob. That is why I named this channel Allotment Noob. Move over oldies, it's time for new kids with new ways.
A few moments later. Few inches later.
Oh, this is going to be a lot harder to pull now. Yeah. Right, now this is when the deadlifting is going to come in handy. Oh yeah. A few more of those and we'll be good. Right, we're on our last batch. The builder's bag has a hole in it. We're gonna go nice and slow. I don't know if you can see it or not. This car's filthy, by the way, because I've been using it for this allotment stuff. But I'm keeping an eye on it from here as well as there. So let's see if this makes it or not. I really hope it does. As you can see, massive piles. Should be able to spread this across most of the plot now, because obviously a lot of this is actually going to be growing section as well. So yeah, tarp across the rest of it. I need one full solid day to do all of this. I think I might leave the wood chips. I might try and get something in the ground because it's getting warmer here now in London. So yeah, I think put some compost down here, cut a massive hole back here, lay some cardboard down, got the cardboard already over here, throw some compost on top, some topsoil, and then get something in the ground. That's the goal now. So yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to get something in the ground. But keep following me, we'll find out.
Many months later.
Are you helping Baba? Good job. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. No, don't put it in there. Can you spread it over here, please? Like this. Like this. Good job. Yeah, so I've basically spent over £100 on plants and feed, probably more than that in fact. I've got all sorts of vegetables. This year I just didn't have a greenhouse, didn't have the time to do the seedlings, grow the seeds myself. Next year, hopefully, different story. But for now, this is the collection and we're going to get it in the ground. Right, here we are. So we've got most of the plants in now. We've got 2 Scotch bonnets. We've got some strawberries over here. So mind my hands, they're very dirty. As you can see, hard work goes a long way. We've got some, what have we got over here? Courgettes with some decent space to spread. You've got some cucumbers just over here. And then 2 different types of peppers, sweet peppers. And that's the strawberries. That's the potatoes. They're coming up nicely. Over there at the back, you've got some corn, sweet corn. Let's see how that goes. And then you've got the garlic and onions that I planted over here a while back. And then over here, you've got 6 tomato plants and you have 6 aubergine plants. So onions, garlic, tomato, aubergine. You know, I'm not that sad. All this hard work, we might actually get some stuff out of it. So I'm going to put some tomarite down, and then in the next couple of days I'm going to go get some courgettes, new plants, and put them down, and also get some additional chilies and maybe some more strawberries to replace that one that's died over here. Might try an aubergine, might try a few more tomato plants. Let's see what we get and give it a shot and see what happens. Maybe some more corn as well at the back over there. But I think so far these potatoes are looking most promising, which I know is funny because anyone can grow potatoes anywhere except concrete, so it's not much of an achievement, but you know, I'm sure they'll taste nice. We shall see. Yeah, pretty happy with that, to be honest. Let's see how it goes. Right, chilies are looking decent, need a bit of watering. Strawberries are coming along. We've got 1 dead plant over here, but you can see a few nice ones going on there. And you've got some flowering happening. Yeah, looks quite cool actually. Potatoes are doing very well. These ones are the King Edwards, and then you've got the Maris Pipers at the back. So the goal is to finally lift this sheet up when they're all done, so we'll pull them all out and then have a field day with some potatoes. Funnily enough, these corn are actually not looking too bad either. I thought I might have spaced them too closely together, but 2 of them have died, as you can see, but the rest of them doesn't seem too bad. I might be able to plant some more corn in here, to be honest. Might have to actually take one of these clips out from here and put it down here. So this one gets a fair shake. But yeah, I think these lot could do with a bit of watering as well. It's the first time trying out corn, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, potatoes are looking good. And then we've got the onions and the garlic. So although it doesn't look like much, we've been weeding in between, the garlic roots are actually starting to come out individually. I thought they wouldn't, to be honest, because I just used some standard garlic from the from the supermarket. And then we've got tomatoes, which do need some work, probably some watering, and then 3 batch of aubergine plants. The other 3 have died, so I don't know what happened to them, but they died a horrible death. You can see this bindweed keeps popping up over here, so I have to keep getting rid of this, coming down every week doing this for a couple of minutes. Not very taxing, quite therapeutic actually. And then we've got some peppers going over here. So 1 pepper plant over here died, So we've got 4 left. I think we might go and get some more pepper plants. And then all the courgettes that were planted over there, along with some cucumbers, have died as well because of some overnight coldness, which wasn't expected. But yeah, overall, I'm actually, for a first strawberries, how many can you see? Can you count them? 1. Can you see that one there? Look. Any more? Yeah, there's a few over here. Nice. So, looks like we do have some chilies here, which is quite nice. That might be ready for the picking. There's quite a lot of them. See if I can show you. Look, there you go. And look. I don't know how much longer they have to grow, but there's definitely some growth there. The Scotch bonnets, I'm yet to see them come through. I think I can see some little bits and pieces. Here's another chili plant. Again, doing quite well. They're growing and growing really well. I think it's because of the sun this year. You can see there's loads of little chilies here. Really cool. Really cool. Looking forward to those. Right, let's have another walk around. This Scotch bonnet plant is massive. Oh, here we go. Scotch bonnets. These look good. So I don't know if you could see in there, but there's some Scotch bonnets that are really coming along now. That should be awesome. Pepper plants riddled with bindweed, but look at the size of that bad boy. And that one. I didn't think these plants would be able to sustain that size of pepper, but it seems like I was wrong. This one doesn't seem as healthy. Neither does this one. No peppers as of yet, but we'll give it some more time. Now, potatoes we won't know until obviously we pull them up, but a lot of these are starting to die back, so I think we'll give it another 2 or 3 weeks until all the leaves are dead, and then we'll pull this up and see what we can get. I'll go to the corn in a second, but look at this. The amount of tomatoes. I am actually shocked as a first-time tomato grower how many tomatoes I've got and how big they are. Like, Jesus, I did not expect that. I expected like 5, maybe 10 tomatoes. My aubergine plant is here somewhere. Here it is. But as you can see, the tomatoes are just absolutely taken over, which is amazing because even though we don't like tomatoes, a lot of curries have tomatoes in them. And then you've got this other style, the Roma style. Beautiful. They look so cool. Can't wait to have some of those. And then here's my onions. They are getting thicker and fatter than before. I had some concerns about these because they looked kind of anemic, but the more I leave them in, the bigger they seem to be getting. And then some more potatoes. Here's the bit that I'm really looking forward to. Corn on the cob. We've got some ants and stuff flying around here, but these do look promising. It looks like quite a lot of them have been fertilized. They are starting to brown, and I believe the best way to know whether it's done or not is either pulling back one of these, all the leaves on them, and squeezing and seeing if all the kernels are made, or just going by the browning of the tail. But seems like I've got a decent crop of sweet corn as well. Might have to have a barbecue around mine soon. But yeah, just the state of this allotment has shocked me. I thought I had it all under control, but as you can see, nature fights back hard.